Hey brothers, welcome back to the Tool Shed. Man uprising, we need tools to rise up in the second half of life, and that's what we're doing here in this shed. I want to share with you, I wrote a blog, I did a podcast on this right after the new year, and it's called Be the Goalie. This is a tool though that I've been using more and more, and I got a lot of response to this one, so I want to share it as a tool because I think it can be. So New Year's of course comes, we all set these resolutions, and I think I read 94% of us won't keep these resolutions past, I don't know, February 14th, right? We'll join a gym, but we won't show up, or we'll start a diet, but we won't see it through, or we'll commit to financial goals and then we'll just lose track. And there's some damage that's done when we set goals every single year when we don't see them through because we don't honor our word. And as a man, that is all we have. Our word is our bond. And I'm not just talking about with other people, with other men. I'm talking about with ourselves. The work that I do is to go to the mirror, right? To see what that man has to say. And if I don't believe him, if I don't trust him, I got nothing. And whenever I make a commitment or a vow, certainly, but even something less than that, just I'm going to finish jogging on the treadmill till 30 minutes and I quit at 27, it just chips away at the man that I want to be, the man that I trust staring back at me. So this is called Be the Goalie, because instead of goals this year, what I committed to was being the goalie. Now, I don't know shit about hockey. I grew up in Nebraska. It wasn't really a thing. You think it might have would been, but the Huskers just sort of dominate everything. Football was a thing, not so much hockey. I respect hockey. If you want to talk soccer, not so much. No offense. But hockey I respect, and I especially respect the goalie. Now, I don't know much about the goalie, but I know he is badass. I know in all of sports, there ain't nobody who's more armored up than that dude. And I know that that mask is fucking awesome. It's scary. I love that mask, right? Friday the 13th, some of the goalies out there got some cool masks. And I like it because what he's saying is he is a warrior going into the arena. And the one thing that he knows, he doesn't know how many goals will get past him, how many pucks will get past him to be goals. He doesn't know how this thing's going to play out. But the one thing he knows, if he's playing at that elite level, is that he is going to knock down every single goal that comes at him. He's going to die trying. He is going to take that puck, which is coming in at 100 miles an hour. I mean, I've seen one of those pucks. I've felt one of those pucks. What is it, vulcanized rubber? It's one step back from like a piece of cement. It's coming in at 100 miles an hour. I talked to a friend of mine who plays hockey. He said, it freaking hurts. I don't care how much pad you have on you. Even if you catch it in your hand, glove, I played baseball, unless you catch it in that sweet spot, it hurts your palm. I imagine it really hurts. You're taking shots on goal all game long. It's like the quarterback in football, right? There ain't no way you're getting out of this without taking your licks. And yet the goalie gets back up again and again and again, and he just keeps swatting them down and knocking them down and getting into harm's way, putting himself into harm's way, because that's the goal of the goalie. It's not to make goals. It's not to set goals. It's not to shoot on goal. It is to be the goalie. And the goal of the goalie is to get back up again and again and again and knock them down and knock them down and knock them down, to put ourselves into the difficult situations this year, to put ourselves into harm's way, to put ourselves into the arena where, yes, you're going to miss shots on goal. They're going to get through. You're going to let yourself down. You're going to let your team down. That isn't the question. The question is, this year and every year, are you going to get back up again? Are you going to dust off the ice? Are you going to get your gear back together, and are you going to get back into the game and take another hit and another hit and another hit? Because that's the name of the game. That's what it means to be a man rising up in the second half of life. Ain't no way any of us are getting out of this without being the goalie in 1,000 different ways. Shots on goal are coming at us all day, every day. The question isn't whether or not they get through. The question or not is whether we get up again and again and again this year. Resilience, relentless, perseverance, courage, right? Commitment. That's what it means to be the goalie. So are you going to set goals, or this year are you going to be the goalie? Make this the year you're the goalie and rise up in your life and in the second half of life. Be the goalie this year.